Hello. Good morning.
Time passed.
How how is everybody? If I sound a little, I don't know, tired, it's because I am. I woke up super early and I couldn't fall back asleep, so here we are. I did get my coffee.
Careful. Not all.
Um,
All.
okay, that's cool. Alright, um, so to catch you up, we actually finished in this realm. Now, I know that you can continue playing in a realm without what do you call it? I don't remember. I know you can like play in a realm without like anything to do in terms like story mode or whatnot. Um, but truthfully, I don't really care. That's cute. Who was that? Bermuda Merlin? That's cute. I would get the hair. Um, the hair is really cute. Um, alright, let's see. Is there anything worth buying? That's kind of cool. Hmm. Ariel, Island Getaway. No, I don't think there's anything cool. Alright.
What's our
Let's
body like,
see.
eh?
I think, yeah. I think we're good to go back to where we started in the OG. Um, but how is everybody doing? Classes. I hope everyone's getting ready for those. If you are in class or in school. If not, I don't know what to tell you, but classes are starting up any day now. I know that mine are, I believe, not this week, but next week they're starting up. Which, admittedly, yes, I should know the start date, but I don't. So we're just free balling until, I guess, it's time. Um, I don't know, you guys. I'm pretty excited. Look, I don't talk about, like, my actual, like, degree very often. Well, I used to not, because, not that, like, I felt wrong about it, but I had some, like, I don't want to say guilt, but, I don't know. I had, like, a weird, perception, I guess, about my degree, and my nose is stuffed. Oh my god. But yeah, I had like some weird, like, I felt uncomfortable kind of talking about my degree, so I kind of didn't. But in case we are all on the same page here, what? I don't know what I did. I don't want any of these. I ended up going through a really big change, and now I'm not really focused on, well, not that I'm not focused, I have no interest. Let me correct that. I have no interest in what I used to be doing. So now that I'm more focused on anything but that, um, it's been it's been a real game changer, and I'll kind of talk about it. Basically, what I'm getting up to now is, I don't know if I should sell those. I decided a while ago that I'm like in the middle about a few things. But for the most part, I want to be a professor. And before you say, oh, that's gonna need a doctorate, yeah, yeah, no shit. I just feel like I hear that every single time. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be a professor, and it's like, you need to be a you have to have your doctorate to get that. It's like, yeah, trust me, I know. But right now, yeah, I want to be a doctor, or not a doctor. I want to have my doctorate, and I want to be Did I say professor? Yeah. But yeah, I want to be a professor. I need to get my doctorate. So right now, I ended up switching my program into a program centered around setting me up to be a a professor. My God, this is what happens when you wake up at like 5 a.m. I feel like my brain is just mush. But anyway, I'm trying to clear this up. Oh, it's Margot playing in the basket. So yeah, I ended up switching my degree over, and now I'm going to school. It's a double master, or dual, whatever you want to call it. And it's for like public executive something, as well as adult education. I feel like that's another thing, is you kind of can't, I think people fail to remember that not all school is based around kids. Because I come to the realization that, like, I love kids, but I think I would only love my own, and that's kind of like a hard reality, that when you're in a field, or any field, that involves like another demographic, you kind of have to like consider, like, is that demographic someone or some people that I would like to work with every single day? And after working with a very wide variety of kids, from like the age of like 3 up to like not even a kid anymore, like 18, 19, I kind of realized very quickly, like, well, I knew for a fact that I did not like working with little kids, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could not, I did not like that. Around the age of 10, I kind of enjoyed that because I felt like they, at that age, you typically have a little bit more personality. You're a little bit more centered in like who you are and what you're doing in life, but not quite. And then like 10, 11, 12, even 13, yeah, I wouldn't even say as far as like 14, you're still kind of, you're like, is it better than like, well, I would say like working with like a 4-year-old, but at the same time, it's still quite a drag. I know that's kind of fucked up to say, but it like was burning me out super bad. And so from there, I just kind of like realized, like, damn, oh, I don't know where the other one went. So like from there, it was like, okay, like, now what? Like you have, like, my whole job, my whole career was centered around working with kids. And I was like, damn, I love being like a teacher and teaching, but I really don't like working with kids. So then it kind of like dawned on me. I was like, damn, it would be kind of cool to like be a professor, Like a little bit cool. I'm not talking about like life altering. But like a little cool won't hurt. Um, and so after I realized what was going on, um, it was like a whole game changer for me. I was like, oh damn, I'm actually kind of happy about this. I was like, wow, I actually feel really good about, I don't know, being. Oh, why is it doing that? Why do I have so much land? Is this not my veggie farm? Oh, I thought it was. Let's see. I kind of don't want to have all of this. Am I crazy? Um, hmm. Maybe this isn't. Maybe I'm like actually stupid. Spiky grass. Um, anyway, now that I've kind of changed what I'm doing with my life, it's been a real game changer for me. Not for everybody, but for me it has been. I feel a lot happier now. Doesn't sound like it, but I am. I'm very happy. Well, I'm not only happy, but I'm also just kind of like, oh, like, when these are my veggies. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Hmm. I don't know what that's for. Oh, maybe I should have. Alright, let's see if we can maybe sort this out. Hazel loves zucchini, and I love whatever that is. I guess we'll put our 50s down here. If it bypasses it, we'll have to like do something else with it. Well, there's not like a lot. Hmm. Um. Oh, that's gonna like trip me up. Hmm. That has 50. Yeah, that has 50. Damn. Should we try to sell? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll put seafood in here and see if that like clears up anything. Here's seafood. Actually, I know what you're for. Here's seafood. Trumpet snail. I don't know if we can cook that. That's just a starfire. Let's see if we can. Is that gold? Alright, let's see. How do we not have more of that? I don't think we're like too far off, right? Like, I think we have. let's see what we can sell. We always need that shit. I'll get rid of the plants. What? Get rid of that. What about these two? And probably that. And that. That. I don't know. We get rid of that. We'll keep the pumpkin. I don't necessarily want to get rid of. I feel like these are hard to really come by. Not really. Clearly not if we have a bunch of them. Alright, let's see, let's see if we can sell and then come back.
There's a lot about this valley that reminds me of home.
Hey there.
I don't know if I want to get rid of the rich soil. Not the pumpkin. Maybe we can sell this. Okay. Honestly, probably better off just planting off the pumpkin. That way it's done. But anyway, like I was saying before I got so distracted, as I get distracted again, I think that figuring out what you want to do with your life is like probably one of the most challenging things. Because there's so many things you could do, but like also there's even more things that you could do, but that you just probably won't do. And that's what kind of like bugs me. It's not even like the fact around like, oh man, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. But it's not that. It's more of like, what do I have like the energy to do? Like, do I want to go to school for this amount of years? Do I want to like hold off on any long-term plans until I finish school? I feel like that's like a very real thing that you have to consider. Like, I definitely did not start like late or anything. 'Cause right out of high school, I went directly into school, like college wise, and I graduated with my bachelor in the 4 years designated to it. And so I don't know, like for me, it's not about. Let's see what this will. For me, it's not really about starting late and now I feel like I'm under a time crunch. For me, it's more about I have like a lot of plans that I want to accomplish, and that's not like the easiest if you're in school for the next another 10, 15, or no, not 10 or 15 years. Another at most 10 years, you know. I got me. No, probably not even 10 years. Sorry, that's pretty dramatic. I would say more like realistically, probably 6. Because I'm just starting on my new program, um, which would be, I think, a 2-year program. Two, maybe, I think it's an 18 month. So a little under 2. I think it's like 3 or 4 semesters. No, not 3. Oh my god, sorry. My brain is like literally fried. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? That doesn't sound right either. It's a decent amount, okay? I think it's only like a 2-year program. But then once I get out of this program, the doctoral program is actually only it's a 90 credit program, but if I'm in this program, I would get it's a head start into the doctoral one. Alright, hold on. My stomach is kind of bugging. I am back. I ended up getting some food. My stomach was bugging me. Okay. I probably won't play for like a crazy amount of time, but just a little bit.
Yes!
Um, well, that was kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, damn, 50 asparagus. We can put it in here. Here's when we switch it. So the other day, here's my story time, okay? So I went to the store to get um why is that not going in? There you go. I went to the store to use the bathroom because my friend and I were hanging out, right? And we get there, and there's only one bathroom. So it's like, okay, like you can go, it's fine. Um, she she went in, obviously, to use the bathroom, and it was kind of funny. No, it wasn't funny. I'm sorry. You know why I said it was funny. Um, Basically, while I was waiting on her to finish, I guess we'll eat the banana. While I was waiting on her to finish, this guy, hold on, so anyway, these two guys came up, and by 10. That's not what I thought. And one was blind, and the other one was just an employee working who I personally thought he was a fucking dick. Like, he literally comes over, drops the guy off as if he was some form of like, I don't even know. What, like, I don't even know. Drops the guy off and then just starts walking away. And the blind guy was like, I don't know, like, where I am, basically. And the guy was like, oh. So, I was like, hey, I'll help you. There's someone in the bathroom, but, like, once they come out, who, aka was my friend, like, once they come out, I'll let you in. And so,
Run along now, and remember, it's ours.
he starts talking to me. Goddamn. And he's saying a lot. Not gonna lie. We don't have any of those? Or butter. For fuck's sake. What are these plants? Give me a second. I have to go buy. And then he starts talking to me about like religion. He's very adamant on owning. He bought 5 houses in cash for $80,000. And he lived in California when there was no crime ever. And now all there is crime. Which I do, I believe that. That one's true. But no crime in Cali? I don't know about that one. I don't know. That one seems a little bit, overstatement. Well, long story short, he was like, like, do you have any friends that I could get to know? And I'm like, truthfully, no. He was probably about 40 or 50. And I'm 25. Typically, what do you mean I don't have? Typically, I do not have 40 to 50-year-old friends at the age of 25. But it never hurts to ask. But she looks like an alien. Mind you, he didn't know how old I was, so I'm not mad about it or anything. I just think it's quite funny how it's
Yes? Goodbye for now.
anyway,
Who knows what a day like today holds?
the conversation became kind of uncomfortable, so I was like, look, man, we gotta go. But something about me, I'm a big people pleaser, and so I always like to assure that my people pleasing skills are up to par. Um, and so, yeah. I'm trying to get back into fitness. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm trying to get into fitness. Not really a back to if you've never done it. It fucking sucks. Not gonna lie to you, G. It sucks balls. I'm not like extremely. I know. I feel like everyone who says that is probably extremely unfit. But like, look. Excuse me. I feel like I'm at that like point where I'm not extremely unfit, but am I getting very chubby? Absolutely. Am I happy to be getting chubby? No, not one bit. So, I feel like in a lot of ways, I need to I need to tone it down a little bit.
That is hilarious.
That's not fair.
Hi.
You don't
These
say.
two seem very into each other. Isn't he supposed to be with
Yeah.
Rapunzel, not Merida? Change your faith. Um, with the bow staff, little Bo Peep.
It's good to see you.
If I married the best friend, a fierce warrior with a bow staff? No idea. None. Anyway. Anyway. Um, yeah, but I've been trying to, like, get back into being fit. Because I feel like once, this is harsh, but it's true, in my opinion. Once you kind of let yourself go, it's kind of a downhill spiral. Like, it sounds very brutal, but at least that's how I see it. Not everyone's gonna obviously think the way I do, but I just know from, like, self experience, once you're, kind of, once you're hitting that mark, it's a hard spiral to, turn away from. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that once you start, you kinda, I mean, you can go back, but it's not as easy. That's for sure. Oh my god, I thought that was something weird. It was my, let's see. Oh, that's for something completely different. We have to grow that. Alright, well. Yeah, I don't know where any of that goes. Let's see. That. Okay. Sorry, my brain is like completely blanking. Anyway, yeah, getting healthy. It's not,
Thanks for coming to see me. Just find me later.
it's not bad.
So glad you're here. We definitely have to talk again soon.
Oh, well, it's bad. It's very bad if that's what's happening. I feel like that's why you kind of just gotta know, let yourself go. Or, like, I don't know. I can't decide. Because I feel like I'd probably feel like 10 times happier if I felt prettier. And that's been my only problem. It's like I feel like so unattractive that, like, I don't know, just feels uncomfortably unattractive. I wonder if he's, no, he's
Goodbye.
barging. Oh well. I just don't think it's as easy as being like, oh, if you're fat, do A, B, or C. Because you never know what someone's position is. Now, is it hard to not be like, oh, you're fat, you need to like just work out? Yeah, I would say that's kind of hard not to say, but I'm going from one side of the spectrum to the next, where I was like naturally pretty, not like, I don't want to say skinny, I was never skinny, but naturally smaller framed, and then kind of just eating a lot more, and then obviously you have relationship weight, which does occur. So I've been like skinny enough, and then now I feel like I'm chubby enough. I think this is a weird balance where each spectrum has their own, I'm sure, theories. Like, for instance, like, oh, if you're fat, just work out. Or if you're skinny, just eat. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. So, I don't know. Wow, we are catching a bunch of these fish. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm catching the whole school. But, yeah. I feel like there's a lot more to it than just fat and skinny. Wow, we wasted all of our health. Literally catching these fish. I guess that works out pretty nicely now. We'll just eat the ones we catch. Typically I sell them, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like after like gaining weight and not feeling comfortable with my own body, I can now say like it's not as easy as just losing weight. Now I will say I'm not at a weight where, you know, there's irreversible damage. I mean, I have a gut, but I don't have like, you know, if I start working, if I take out, you know, working out seriously, I mean, I would probably be at my high school weight, you know, probably under a year, easily. So that's what I'm saying, like, my position on this isn't exactly, like, I've never been, like, morbidly obese or an anorexic, so I don't think I have, like, the best position to give my opinion. That's my opinion. Like, I say just let people live. You know? Like, I don't think everyone needs to have an opinion about someone else's body. The only way I would say that would be, like, if you're a doctor. If you're a doctor, then you can have whatever opinion you want. Well, doesn't mean people will listen, but you can have an opinion. And that's one thing. I don't really think we should always rely on doctors for most basic or the most adequate.
I've got an idea that I'd love to share. Okay. What a perfect day for training.
Under the wing of a giant flying horse. What? I don't know what that means. I have no idea. But
this again soon, okay?
an early start.
I don't know about the Pegasus one. That one confuses me.
I wonder what sort of special
I can look at.
grow here.
Probably the only thing I can do. I don't know. In the veil. Here, I'll actually try. Talk to Aurora. Oh, there she is.
Oh, hello. Hmm.
That's kind of cute. Shovel bird
Time
eggs?
to prepare for dinner.
I don't even know if this guy will sell me 12.
How's it going?
Oh, well, I guess he would.
Yay!
Yay! Barky. Porcini mushroom? I really wasn't gonna go over here for, under a giant Pegasus wing. I don't know what that means. Like, what am I missing? I don't know what I'm looking for. I guess. Let's start here and just go down. Maybe? No. I was kind of hoping. For the mud. But I need the mushroom. What is that? Hmm.
You know where to find me.
Really? I guess I don't get to,
Oh, come on! It's so early!
why is she?
How could I possibly treat you?
You've returned? Go on. Oh, a stone.
Here she is. Where'd she go? What?
Yes! I need to talk to you. Oh, Mum always says it's best to get an early start.
The bag that fell where? Down here? Behind. I have no idea.